Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Women Are Really Broke, Overburdened, and Suffering. Let's get right into it.
I don't want you by yourself. I want you happy in a great space with great people around you, but your choices and your decisions every turn is wrong, and you keep on blaming everybody else for the space that you find yourself in, but you by yourself because you can't help yourself. And you're not built to go through life by yourself. I'm telling you. And then you know what you do? You trauma bond. And then you pass that generational curse, not wealth, that generational curse over into a young man that you birthed, and you make him a son husband. And he don't want to fuck with you. He want to go off and live his own life because he realized at some point when he discovered a real man like an Anton from AntonDaniels.com that's giving him the game and helping him to understand exactly what being successful and successfully married looks like, he want that too, because that's just in our nature. It's in our nature to conquer. It's in our nature to protect. It's in our nature to grow. It's in our nature to continue to seek out the thing that we have not yet conquered and then continue to go over that. And whether that be spiritually, naturally, financially, or whatever it is, we always want to become a better version of ourselves. And then you then become the beneficiary of our greatness. But you don't hear us though. You don't hear us though. So I'm going to help you. Today, tonight, I'm going to help you. And I'm going to help you to understand what's wrong with you. Because every day that you get on these panels and you complain, you're not getting no closer to your dreams. Isn't it amazing how women can be so smart but so fucking dumb at the same time? They sitting here and they touting all of the things that they've been able to accomplish and how much more educated they are and stuff, but for some reason they still can't get the results that they want. Ain't that crazy? The very nature of the thing that's going to define who you are. Nobody sat there and gave a fuck about who it was in yesteryear, or all of the mothers or all of the people that came before you and was successfully married. How many of y'all actually sit there and talk about what they did for a living? Nobody fucking cares. They genuinely don't. Even men that get great jobs, we see it as a means to an end. It doesn't mean that we lean on it. How many men do you look at in history and say, oh man, he was an engineer? Nobody gave a fuck. You are not defined as a man by what it is that you do for a living. You define as a man by what you do when you get the resources to make sure that the people around you is taken care of. You think that your degree is going to mean shit to anybody. When you start to age out and you get older, it won't. It's just supposed to be a means to an end. It's almost like a high school diploma. Nobody give a fuck about what your high school diploma is. It's just a means for you to continue to be educated because you don't get credit for being able to take care of yourself. So when you lean on these things that men have already understood that mean nothing to us, because the position that we have is for you, right? The thing that we lean on and we say what we do for a living is to impress you, but it's not real meaningful when it comes to your legacy, because nobody is going to sit back and go, oh man, he was a cybersecurity professional, or he was a cloud engineer, and that's going to mean something. No, the meaning to what it is that we do and what defines us and what they say at your funeral and the thing and a legacy that your kids carry behind is how you made life better for the people that was around you. Did you leave this earth in a better space had you not been here? So you leaning on your accomplishments. Don't let me get into the list. Let me get into the list. Let me get into the list. Because y'all really not. Y'all not getting it. You're not getting it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a list of 9 to 10 things, the demands that I think that you guys really need to change if you want the results. Is that easier for you? For these overly educated people? I'm going to give you a list of 9 to 10 things, maybe 7. I don't know. Let's see if it overlaps.
You know, it's funny because I think Anton Daniels has a lot of good information. Shout out to Anton Daniels. By the way, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you. And shout out to all my supporters that bought a hat, okay? Those hats go out right away. If you buy a hat before 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will be shipped out that day, okay? We quick over here. Anyway, it's funny to me. It's funny to me. They talks about how people are not going to care about what you did, your careers. And I don't know if it matters that they don't care. You know, like I'm plant-based, I'm vegan. I don't think anyone cares. But it doesn't matter that they care because I don't need them to celebrate me in order to celebrate myself. Right? I don't need their validation for me to believe in myself. I don't need their validation for me to approve of myself. I approve of it. But I know a lot of people work off this social validation type of ethic, right? And honestly, in the Bible, we call it one of the 3 sins, right? And the 3 sins being the flesh, the world, and the devil. And you know, the flesh is the part of you that wants to feel something. I want to feel and feel. I don't feel like I'm loved. I'm happy. And that's what women fall for all the time. Women are victims to the flesh. Okay? And men, we're victims to the flesh when we want to bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? So we do something kooky. We do something spooky for it. You know what I'm saying? I said kooky. I mean, I guess it could be kooky. But the worldliness part is, as far as being one of the devils, the evils, is seeking people's approval and validation. And it's something that I refuse to do because I'm not trying to appease the world. Right? I'm trying to, if anything, appease God. Right? Even though you can't appease God. There's no appeasing God. Only God can appease himself. He made the world to appease himself. So I'm saying this to say that, you know, we get so caught up in he say, she say, keeping up with the Joneses. None of it really is going to matter. I agree with that. It ain't going to matter. People not going to, no one's going to sit back and say, gee, wait, Louise, this lady was a boss babe. You know, oh my gosh, she was a boss babe, you know. When you're a grandma, no one's going to think that you're a boss. Or when you're grandma's age, because a lot of these women ain't going to have kids, so forget about having grandkids. But when you're grandma age, when you're in your 60s, no one's going to say, man, you know, she's a boss babe to travel the world. It's not going to matter. So a lot of people keep living for social media, and they're going to find out soon social media don't matter. It don't. So I agree with him on that. Let's see what else he has to say.
Like that. Of the things that you need to do and the things that you need to change. Or you can be alone. Or you can be alone. And you can continue to do the same thing that you've been doing, which is really the definition of insanity, expecting different results. Okay? Number one. You talk too much. You talk too much. That attitude, that mouth of y'all, oh my God. Oh my God. Did you know that the power of life and death is really in the tongue? Did you know that the power of life and death can literally rest in your tongue? But you didn't read your word. You just be in church praying for a man every day. It's that motherfucking mouth. Boy, I'm telling you, bro. It's your mouth. The number one thing that you got to fix, ladies, I'm telling you, when I'm coming to you in love, is that mouth. That mouth is out of control. You will talk some of the wildest shit that I've ever heard in my... Y'all talk like sailors. Y'all talk like men. Y'all talk worse than men. You will undress a nigga with your mouth in 5 seconds and won't even think twice about it. You come in talking about what it is that you want and what you got and what it is that somebody ain't and all of this shit, and you got your neck twisted and you snatching dreams out the air and you going off and you think that that shit is cute. I don't know where you got it from. I don't know where you learned it from, because everything that we have and we learn is something that we embody. It's a learned behavior. But for some reason, you think that that is cute. You think that women saying, yes, bitch, is sweet. It's not sweet. When we see that, we repelled by it. Don't mean that a dude won't bust you down. But just because a dude will bust you down don't mean that he still wants you around him when he done with you. Once he has post-nut clarity and he hear you talk, then he gonna want you to get the fuck up out of there until he get his stuff hard again. Your mouth, that smart mouth. I know can't nobody tell you nothing. You the one. You got the attitude. You got the position. You big dogging. You a boss chick. You want to say what you want to say, and you want to make your list of demands. Your love language is over fucking communicating and talking shit. I know. I get it. I get it. But your mouth is the thing that is keeping you single the most. Because the thing that men want the most is peace. And so when we tell you, when we give you the cheat sheet and we give you the blueprint for what it takes in order to really be able to snag us and have our heart, you keep on talking. And if you be quiet long enough, you'll let her talk, and then she'll tell you everything it is to know about her. You don't even have nothing that we even need to discover 5 minutes after talking to you, because you done already said everything that you want based off of something that somebody else told you and taught you how to talk to men. And I don't know how they taught y'all to talk to black men, but we ain't going for that shit. No more. We done. Your mouth is wild. Your mouth keeping you single. Number two, you ready? Having a good job or a business or a profession or making a decent amount of money doesn't make you better than us. Revelations 6 and 19. Let me repeat it for the women in the back that had their earplugs on and they was listening to Nicki Minaj and Sexy Red. Making money and having money or getting a good job does not make you better than us. Let me tell you all of the ways that you really don't understand it don't make you better than us. Y'all keep saying that y'all the most educated, but y'all the dumbest at the same time. Because most of y'all got these big old degrees and y'all got these high-powered jobs and all of this stuff, and you carrying $200, $300, $400, $500,000 in debt.
You know, I try to find what he's talking about in Revelations. I can't find it.
But we ain't going for that shit.
But that's okay. You know, the video kind of ended up abruptly, too. He just fell off. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find it in the Bible. Anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. I think he has some good content. Let's address the two things he said. He said, you know, your job and your money don't make you better than us. You know, it's funny because I think women want to believe that they could rearrange God's order, divine order. You can't. You know, I know, and listen, I get it. Feminism told you that, you know, you could be the boss, you could wear the belt, you know, you could wear the pants, you don't need a man. But let me tell you something. God never told you that. God never told you. Guys are believing feminism is a pagan religion. If you're a feminist, you're pagan. You believe in a pagan religion that tries to tell you how to behave, how to move through life. That's going to get you closer to God. You being a boss, babe, you making a bunch of money. Literally, please find it in the scripture where that is a perfect wife. I don't see that. Now, the Proverbs 31 woman, the perfect wife, she did sell linen and clothes and garments and stuff like that. That's in the Bible. That's in scripture. But that wasn't the focus of her. The focus of her was that her man, her husband, could trust her with his heart because she would do him no evil for her entire life. Now, how many women can a man really trust you with his heart fully? Practically nobody. Practically no one, okay? But a lot of women, I get it. I think there's a fear that they can't get the man they want, so they become the man they want. Imagine if men were like this. I can't get the woman I want, so let me become the woman I want. Let me become soft and nurturing and stuff like that. Like, we would never do this. But women do this. Okay? Whatever. The mouth. He said the mouth could breed a lot of issues. I think the mouth is not the issue. And what I mean by that is that, you know, in the Bible, we talk about bara. And God is the Word, and He created everything from the Word. I don't believe we could do that. I know people believe in manifestation. Again, another pagan religion. I know a lot of people believe in positive vibes and good energy and karma, good karma, bad karma. Y'all believe in a lot of these things that are not part of the Word. They're not scripture. Therefore, they're lies. God is the truth. And I'm saying this to say that, you know, we don't even realize how much bullshit we have agreed to and haven't rejected, haven't investigated. We just accept it to be true, right? Like, you know, the idea that you could think and grow rich, right? Think and grow rich. There's ways to think and grow rich, but not the law of attraction think and grow rich, where just because you think about wealth, you gain wealth. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. Because what you're saying is that your mind can control your mind can control your mind can control your physical reality, and I don't think it can control it. I think it affects how you observe it, because you could observe good as evil or evil as good, depending on how your mind works. But in scripture, we would consider that more an issue of the soul, the spirit. That's the issue, right? And the tongue is just kind of a consequence. It's kind of like a side effect of having a corrupted soul, a corrupted spirit. So that's really where it starts. You know, if your soul is corrupted, if your spirit is corrupted, your tongue will be corrupted, right? Just like if you have no wisdom in your mind, you can't have any wisdom out of your tongue. So it doesn't. Oh man, you don't speak like a smart guy. You can't speak smart if you don't think smart. You can't speak biblical if you don't think biblical. You can't speak godly if you don't think godly, and so on and so forth. You know, so I personally think that when we look at how women talk and how they behave, it's a reflection of them internally. Okay, it's not just some kind of external thing that's happening independent of what's going on internally. Okay, so that's my thoughts on it. Do I think women are suffering? Do I think them overwhelmed with student loan debt? Do I think they are really broke? Absolutely. I mean, the statistics say that, and people are getting broker and broker as time going on. It's getting tough out here, man. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. People around me. It's getting tough. And I'm not doing the best either, but I'm doing better than a lot of people, and therefore I am grateful. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel's blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Again, shout out to everyone that purchased my hat. Go cop my merch. It's some dope stuff. We got some limited supplies. I sent it to people, like I said, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you buy a hat right now, well, not right now. This is April, so, well, maybe. Okay, if you buy it in the next 10 minutes, before 3, 4 o'clock, I'll send it out. Okay? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I may have said that already. It's whatever. Forgive me. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.